All right, the time has come. Let's start cutting our cover crop, amending our soil, and let it brew for the next couple months until we put our little plants in. We're gonna do, last year we put in little sprouts. This year we'll do it a little bit different. But we're going to be mixing our dry amendments together. So we'll start off with the fish meal. Next, we're doing the feather meal. If I add something around there, maybe 2 of those. We'll put a little bit of seabird guano. Probably let them out that much. Next, humic acid. Put like 3 of those little shot glasses. I just got some BioLite, but we won't top dress this. We'll add it when we do a transplant, because this is like well, I mean, I could, but I like to use it for transplants and something, or put it on the roots when I dig my holes and stuff. Bat guano. I have bat guano, but it's not used outside. Next, azomite. Next is the alfalfa meal. I always have these little shot glasses in there every time I top dress monthly. Alright, next is the kelp meal. What we have here is the crab meal. What's better than the crab meal, I believe it was the shrimp meal or the oyster meal. Next is the neem seed meal. I love the smell of this stuff. Absolutely love it. 1.5 of those. I'm gonna add these to the holes too. Add these. I only have a little bit left. I believe might be one of the last ones, the green sand. Look at that. That's good. 1.5 of those, I say. And last but not least could be the glacial rock dust. stuff is heavy. Actually, I wasn't going to, but we'll put a little bit of insect frass in here. Now, I was forced to buy this one, basically. Not forced, but wherever I went, it only had this. It didn't have the down-to-earth insect frass, which would be the preferred brand that I buy. So after I'm done with this one, I'll definitely so basically I probably put like a spoonful of this, a little less, a spoonful, less than a spoonful of this, or of this, with that. I think that's it with this, and then what I'll do is put a lid on it. Put a lid on it, and I'm able to, you know, turn it and mix it without any dust. And then I'll open it in an open area and let it the dust fly around. But then I'll take this and we'll distribute it throughout the beds. I'll demonstrate. All right, we'll use this BioLive when we put our plants in. All right, it went from this, of course, as you know, to this. So what we'll do is we'll put hay on top of this, and once I do all the beds and get the backyard in order, I put the plants in, or at the day I put the plants in, I'll reveal the backyard, the new extension to the backyard. All right. Here we are again. We got the rest of this soil prepped, and we're gonna display how we're gonna do that this season. Of course, first, cut your cover crop down. Okay, our first step is to cut the cover crop down. Right? We're gonna have it in here for right now. What we're gonna drop down is first bug prevention. The rest of my neem seed meal. A little bit of the insect frass. It's diatomaceous earth. Alright, we'll move on to leftover of the worm castings. Now we're going to add the biochar. Remember last year I added some of this. This is our second year using the biochar. I've been knowing about it. I just been wanting to make my own. I haven't had a chance to. And why we're putting it underneath the cover crop, because the cover crop will help it activate more, you know. All right, what's next? The dry amendments we mixed up. All right, after that, dry amendments, we throw back. So it'll be a good way to, if you don't have activated charcoal or biochar, you can activate it with your cover crop or anything with high nitrogen. So in this case, if my biochar is not activated, it will be by the time my plants come in. All right, next we got chicken manure. And last but not least, at least for the amendments, we got the compost. The last thing you want to add is a protective layer for your soil. Make sure it's organic. Make sure it's all natural. It don't have to be hay or straw.